Hi friends, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I would like us to look at the paragraph group. Previously, we looked at the font group where we explored all the tools in font group, like the bold, the italicized, the underline, double strike, and the rest of them. So today, I want us to look at the paragraph group. Now, for me to have the paragraph group effectively touched, let me bring in text into this typing area. Okay, so I have a text in this typing area. Now, the first tool here is called bullets. Of course, you know that bullets can be applied to itemized text. For instance, you are making lists of things, you can use bullets, just like what we have here in the numbering. So what I will do is that I will highlight. When I highlight, I will click on the drop down arrow and make a choice. Select any bullet of my choice. As I can see, as I am hovering the mouse pointer on each of these bullets, it is also displaying the type of bullets. So I may choose to make this one my bullet. I will click on it. It will automatically apply to the selected portion. Okay. Now, I want you to take note that you can also define your bullets. You can define what you want as your bullet. Okay, let's see. Take for instance, I want my bullet to be this, or let's say this. I want that as my bullet. I will just highlight it and then go to bullets, define new. Okay. Okay, I will allow it to be on left, then I'll click on OK. Alright, so I can bring in my bullets here. I may choose this to be my bullet, for instance. I'll just click on OK and then click on OK. So automatically I have defined a bullet for myself. So you can as well define a bullet of your choice. However you want your bullet to be defined, you can define it. So now if I type, let's say company, and then tap on enter, you can see the bullet I defined has appeared. Then I'll type election. Okay, so it displays with my bullet. So you can also customize your bullet apart from the pre-made bullets that are there. You can also customize your bullet. Now the next thing there, still under bullet, we have change level. Of course, you may decide which bullets you want. As you can see, the bullet is indenting. The bullets are indenting. So now let's say if I tap on enter key, it brings in a new bullet. I press enter, it brings a new bullet, enter. Then if I tap on tab key rather, as you can see, it brings in a new bullet. Tap on tab key, it brings in a new bullet. So I have been able to indent my bulletin. Okay, so please take note of that. Firstly, I highlighted to apply bullets. So you just highlight and then go to bullets, and then select bullet of your choice. So now, as you can see, the bullet that I have just defined has become part of the bullet list. Okay, so I have just defined a bullet, so this is the one I used, and this is the one I customized. Then this is a bullet level where you can indent your items. You can indent your items. Okay, the next one is called the first, that is bullets. The next one is called the numbering. The numbering. Now, for me to apply numbering, I still have to highlight my portion of text. I've highlighted it. I'll go to my drop down arrow and then I can select number. I can select this one. I can also select this one. I can also select this one, depending on what you actually want. Okay, so let's stick to this one now. I've selected my numbering. Okay, then this is the same thing that we experience in the bulletin. Okay, I've already used the bulletin to explain this. It's the same that is applicable. Then you can define new number. Okay, how do you want your number to be? We have number format, number style. You can select your own. Okay, maybe something like this. Okay, so look at the display here. It will appear the same way it is here. Do you want to change the font? You want to change the font? You may say, let's use maybe Algeria. Okay, look at the Algeria display, how it will be. Okay, so if you click on OK, it will be displayed. It has changed the font style of the initial one we had. Okay, then we also have another one, set numbering value. Start new list, continue from previous. I want it to start from, let me say, B. Okay, I want it to start from B, so I'll click on OK. So you see the numbering is starting from letter B. It's not starting from A, it's starting from letter B. Okay, so there are so many settings that you can do here and applied it to your work. So now let's set the numbering value to A so that you can begin with A. So I'll click on OK, and my numbering starts from the first one. All right. Now we have another one, multi-level list. Multi-level list, just as we did in just the same way we did in the bulletin. Multi-level list, as you can see the display. Okay, so let's just see what we can do. Now if I apply the multi-bullet list, let me say to I have number 3, then I have, maybe if I make use of this, look at what is going to happen. If I type, I'll go to enter. If I tap on my tab key on the keyboard, you see it brings A. Enter. Tap on my tab key on the keyboard, it brings I. Enter. Okay, right. Tap on my key. If I don't want this level again, I will just tap on my key. Okay, so you can see the multi-level of keys that we have, multi-level indenting. Okay, so it brings out all this for us. So it depends on how you want your document to look like. It can also help in indentation. All right, the next one we have here is called decrease indent. What it does is that it decreases the indent level of the paragraph. So let's see, we have this as a paragraph. If I highlight it and then decrease indent, look at what will happen. Okay, it takes it to the left hand side. Then if I increase indent, look at what will happen. Okay, so let me decrease indent again. All right, so that is for decrease and increase indent. Then we also have another one, sort. Alphabetize the selected text or sort numerical data. Okay, so let's see, if I tap on it, let's see what will happen here. What are you even sorting? You are sorting a paragraph by what? By text. Okay, let's sort by number and see how it is. Now, how do you want to sort it? In ascending order. I want the number to be sorted in ascending order. Since already is the numbering in ascending order, let me choose descending order and see what will happen. So if I click on OK, let's see. Let me go back, sort, number. Okay. Okay, so I've been able to sort in descending order. Let me get it back. Now we have preventing cyber threats, data integrity, incident response, globalization, and remote work. So now if I sort the text in a descending order, let's see what will happen. I click on OK. So now we first have preventing, incidents, globalization before data integrity. Okay, before data integrity. Initially it wasn't like that. Okay, so let me sort it back in ascending order. In ascending order. If I click on OK, ascending order comes, data integrity comes first, globalization and remote work comes second, incident response comes third, preventing cyber threats come last. So you can see with your paragraph group 2, you'll be able to apply ascending and descending to your work. Then we also have another one that is called the show/hide paragraph. The show/hide, what it does is show paragraph marks and other hidden formatting symbols. Okay, some formatting symbols that are hidden. If I click on it, it will show. Let's press. Now look at them here. Okay, these are where some formattings are done. Like for instance, now if I tap on enter key, okay, it shows that there is enter that has been applied. If I use my tab key, okay, let's see, or maybe I use space bar, okay, what it actually does is to enable you to know that something was actually done there. Okay, I've been able to use my space bar now. If I use my enter key, it takes me there, space bar, tap, and look at my tab key now. Now there are some characters that are applied to your documents, but they are hidden. So the show/hide is to review all those hidden characters. Like for instance, look at what I have done. My space bar brings out dots. Okay, my space bar brings out dots. Then my enter key brings out that. Okay, which other one? My space bar brought out that. My tab key. Look at what my tab key does. Okay, so all this is just to show that there are some characters that are hidden. Okay, there are some characters that are hidden. But if I unactivate this, it will not show again. So if I click on it, that's the end of it. You will not really know that there are some characters inside that are hidden. Okay, now that is that for show and hide. Now for the next line, we have different alignments. I want to let you know that Microsoft Word by default is aligning document to the left. That is why at all times you will always see this particular icon being active. Texts are aligned to the left hand side. Texts are aligned to the left hand side. So as you can see, when we say alignment, we are looking at properly arranging your documents, okay, in the typing area. Properly arranging your document in the typing area. How do you want it to be arranged? Or where exactly do you want your document to be arranged to? Do you want it to be arranged to the left? Do you want it to be arranged to the center? Do you want it to be arranged to the right? Do you want it to balance up in your typing area? That is alignment. So now by default, like I said, Microsoft Word is programmed to align text by to the left by default. So if I want to arrange it to the center, I can simply click on the center alignment, or I want it to be at the right, I can simply click on the right alignment. But if I want it to balance up, okay, balance up both the right and left alignments, I can simply click on justify. So justify will balance the both ends. Okay, it balances the both ends. Okay, both left and right margins, adding extra space between words as necessary. Okay, now you may ask, how is it adding extra space between words? Now look at this. Look at this place. Let me bring in this. Now look at this place. Between securely.a. Okay. Now you check what will happen when I click on. Alright, so now look at what I'm going to do. I'm going to highlight my text. Okay, I've highlighted my text. Now if I click on justify icon, check out. If you look at it closely, you discover that there are spaces in between words. Okay, and that is how justification is able to balance up the text between the left and the right alignment. Okay, now the next one we have here is called the line spacing. The line spacing currently by default is 1.0. So if I click on 1.15, look at what will happen. My spacing is spacing out lines. Paragraph 1.5 spacing out, 2.0 spacing out. All these ones are applied to a selected portion of text. 2.5, 3.0. So it spaces out your paragraph line by line. It spaces out your paragraph line by line or between lines of text. So let me take it back to default. Okay, then the next one we have is called shading. Shading color the background behind the selected text or paragraph. Okay, so I can apply a shading, okay, to that. Look at that now. It colors the paragraph, okay. It colors the selected portion with a color. Color the selected portion with a color. So wherever your cursor is, the shading can be applicable. Shading can be applicable. Alright, so that is that for shading. Now the next one is called the bottom border. The bottom border. How do I apply bottom border? What does it do? Customize the borders of the selected cells or text. So let's see. I can bring in border. Let me bring in bottom border. Okay. You can also bring in top border. Okay. I can bring in left border. Okay. I can bring in right border. What does it do? What does it mean? If you check my selected portion now, as you can see, it wasn't like this initially. Okay, so the lines are really appearing as a border. It's really appearing as a what? As a border. Let me apply it here. You see the beauty. Okay, bottom, top, left, and right. So you can see we now apply border surrounding the portion of text. Then we have other settings like all borders. I don't want to use all borders. It will apply to all there. So we have okay, we have border shadings, and okay, this one also you can apply other kind of border to your text. So we've applied something like that. Let me see. Okay, so you can see now I've been able to apply an outstanding border to my documents. Now I want to believe you are following me, and if you have any question, just drop it on the comment section for response. Alright, a little recap on what we've done so far. We've talked about bullets, we've talked about numbering, we've talked about indenting or multi-level lists. We've talked about indenting, decrease indent. We've talked about increase indent. We've talked about sorting that has to do with ascending and descending. We've talked about show and hide, where some hidden characters are displayed, like space bar. We have the tab, okay, the tab key on the keyboard can be reviewed. We also have the enter key. Wherever the silent or the hidden characters are used, it will show such sign telling you that enter key was used at a particular place, space bar was used at a particular place, and the rest of them. So we also go ahead to look at the alignments. We have 4 types or types of alignments. We have left align. I told you that by default Microsoft Word is programmed to have left alignments. Then we have the center alignments, we have the right alignments, and then we also have the justified alignment. So we've also talked about line spacing. We also talked about line spacing. we've talked about the shading, where we have all these from the shading that we have all these colors applied to these documents. Okay, then we also have talked about borders and shading. Of course, I have applied border to this very text. I can also apply border to this one. Let me see. I can also apply border to this particular portion. So let's apply border to this one. I will go to borders and shading. Then I will select a shading or any border of my choice, and then I'll go to a style so that it will really come out very well, and then I will apply. Okay, so you can see I've applied border to that particular selected portion of my document. Okay, I want to believe you are following me and then you understand what I have done so far. I'm almost done with paragraph group, but before then, let's look at paragraph dialog box. Paragraph dialog box. Now, for this paragraph dialog box, it's very useful. Now, apart from what we have done so far in terms of line spacing, alignment, and the rest of them, they are also found in the paragraph box. But then there are other settings that you can do while working on a document. What are those settings? Let's look at it this way. For instance, I have a document that has spacing like this, and then I want to close this. I want to close this spacing. So if I bring in my paragraph dialog box, of course, my paragraph dialog box will be able to help me in the adjustment. So I will click on single, that is the line spacing. I'll click on single. Now the spacing, okay, how do I want the spacing to be? Should I make it auto, or should I allow it to be at 0? Now don't add space between paragraphs of the same style. So I don't want space at all. So I want everything to be compacted. Okay, when I'm done with that, of course, already is on left alignment. That is why it's showing left. Outline body, there is the text that I want. Then which other one? Indentation, the points for indentation left is this, where right is 0. Spacing or spatial, no. Okay, so we allow it to be at that. So let's see, if I click on OK, what will happen? Now if you look at it closely, discover that we still have one more line that is empty. So I can use my delete button and get the line close or compact or close to each other. Okay, so that is that for the dialog box. That's that for the dialog box. Okay, now let's look at another one that is called the style. Of course, if I just highlight, I may choose any style of my choice, and that will be applied to the selected portion. So you can see the styles are really applied to this. If I select this one now, let me bring it out. Okay, so you can see it changes the fonts from the original. I can open to other styles depending on what I want. Okay, so these are different styles that can be applied to your work. Let me allow it to be at default. That is the way it was programmed. And then we also have another one Okay, change is still similar to what we have already. Okay. All right. So we also have another thing like find icon, find. Fine. Now this one is very, very important as far as documents you're working in a document. It's very, very important that you have these two active. Now, for instance, if I was working in a particular document, and then let me uncheck this. Fine. And then I want to use there are some things that I want to replace. For instance, let's say I have, let me see, similar words. I have seen cyber, I've seen data. Okay, I've seen cyber here, and also I've seen cyber here. Okay, now I want to replace cyber with cyberbox. I want to replace, okay, let me first and foremost look at find. I want to find the word cyber. So I will type cyber, and then I will say find in main documents. So everywhere it says cyber, it will highlight. Everywhere it says cyber, it will highlight. Everywhere it says cyber, it will highlight. Now, I have another way. For instance, if I have find or replace. Now, I want you to find, what are you finding? Find what? Cyber. Now, when you find cyber, replace cyber with cyberbox. So now, I will say replace with what? Cyberbox. When you find cyber, replace it with what? Cyberbox. Now we have replace. That is, if you want to replace ones, that is only one. You want to replace only one, maybe the first one. You should do what? You should click on replace. Now, if you want to replace all, that is wherever it finds cyber, as far as that document is concerned, it should do what? It should replace. So what you will do is just click on replace all. It will replace all. So I want to replace wherever it finds cyber in this document, it should replace all. So I'll click on replace all. Word has completed its search of the document and has made 4 replacements. So as you can see, it has replaced cyber with cyberbox. It has replaced, let me close this for now. It has replaced cyber with cyberbox. Look at this one, replaced with cyberbox. This one also replaced with cyberbox. This one replaced with cyberbox. And this one as well replaces with cyberbox. So that is how important and relevant cyber find and replace is. I've done this one. So let's look at we have go to. This one helps you to navigate through your pages, your selection, your line, your bookmark, your comments, your footnotes, endnotes, and the rest of them. So let's look at enter page number. Which page? For instance, you had a document that has up to, let me say, 100 pages. This go-to will help you to navigate through your pages without any problem. So say enter plus and minus to move relative to the current location. Enter plus 4 will move forward 4 items. So let's say I want to work on my page. Let me see. This document has 2 pages, so let me have page number 2. I'll go to 2. Okay, as you can see, it takes me to the page number 2. Okay, look at where my cursor is. This is the second page. Let me page number 1. Go to. Okay, it takes me to page number 1. All right, so we have section. Enter section number. Will you know section number? Okay, let me see. Let me just type 2 and see what will happen. It doesn't really make a move, but for line will really be relevant in this aspect. So if I want to go to line, let me say line 10, and then click on go to. Okay, so it will take me to line 10. So where my cursor is now is line 10, recovery. So if I count now, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you can see this is line 10. That's taken me to line 10. So this go to tab or command can really help you in navigating through your text. I don't really have a table. Okay, I don't really have a table. If I had a table, it would have also showed me where to navigate through my table. All right, so that is that for find, replace, and go to. I want to believe if you have a question, you can just put it on the comment box. Okay, comment box. Now let's look at another tab called insect tab. Now the insect tab has some tools that will enable you to make your work beautiful. Okay, we have cover page. Cover page. Maybe you had a template or maybe a project that you were typing, and then you want to apply. You are not sure of the kind of design that you can give to your cover page. You can use this and apply. For instance, if I click on this one now, it gives me a cover page for my document. Okay, so I can type the year. Let's say year. Can select here. What year are we looking at? Yes, 2025 today. Okay, type your company name. Maybe let's say Minto Nigeria. PLC. Okay, so the administrator. Who is the administrator? Administrator is you, myself. Kemini Abasi. Okay. Then type the document title. What documents are you trying to, prepare? I may say my projects. My project. Perhaps I just want to use that, okay? Or maybe you can say or developments in the field of ICT. Okay, let's assume that is my project title. And remove this. Development in the field of ICT. Okay. Remember, I can apply my alignment too. Okay, I can make it that. I can also reduce the font size if I want to. I can reduce the font size. Okay, to suit what I want. Development in ICT. So this one, they're not telling you. The next one says type the abstract. Okay, so whatever you want to be as your abstract, you can type it here. Okay, this project is meant for my defense. This project is meant for my defense. I can type other things. Now, where do you want to keep it? I may choose to centralize it. Okay, so now that is my cover page. This is my cover page. So you can also choose a cover page of your choice. You can choose cover page of your choice depending on the kind of design that you want or whatever that you are developing. Now, maybe you don't need a template. Okay, that is an already made design for your cover page. You can simply select the blank one where it will give you room to fill in whatever you want. Then we have the page break. Okay, what does it do? It breaks the page, okay, into various groups. You can see I have 4. Okay. Keep breaking the page. All right, let me maintain number 4. Now, then we also have another one that is called table. You can insert a table into your work. Let me bring a new page. You can insert a table into this work. Okay, so we have now we have, this is 1 column and 1 row, 2 columns, 1 row, 3 columns, 1 row. So I may choose to bring 5 columns and 5 rows. So the first 5 here stands for column and the next one stands for row. So if I click on OK, automatically it will insert my table. Now for that table, there are some beautiful formatting or templates or styles that are here. You may choose your own and apply for your table however you want it. Of course, then let's go back to table. Then you can insert table. This will give you room to make a choice of the number of rows and the number of columns that you want as your table. Okay, for instance, I need a let's me say I need maybe 6 columns and let's say 3 rows. Can just select it, fix column width. Okay, let it be automatic autumn fit to content autumn. So I'll click on OK. It will insert it here because that is where my cursor was active. So I can bring it out. So go back to insert table, insert. Okay, 6 columns and 3 rows. I'll click on okay. So it brings out 6 columns for me and 3 rows. Columns is moving vertically up from bottom to up or from top to bottom. This is a column, this is a column, this is a column, this is a column, this is a column. Whereas this is a row and a row. So I have 3 rows by 6 columns. Take note of that. Okay. I also have, still under this, we have draw table. Of course, you may use this tool to add more columns or more rows to your table. So I'll just click okay, and then I'll have something like that. Now that is because the default line style was not normal. But add now. Okay. So let me apply it again. We have from table, draw table. Okay. So if I can draw one here, draw another one. Okay, draw another one. Okay, so you can draw your table manually as well. You can draw your table manually as well. Okay. Now, you can even bring in Excel worksheets or spreadsheets into your Microsoft Word. You can bring it into your Microsoft Word. So insert, let's see, Excel. Excel, come out. Not responding. All right, it's coming out. So I have Excel environment. Of course, with this Excel environment, it needs license. Okay, so it is here already. But it will not allow me to enter. I have to enter data. So I may choose. Okay, so look at how the environment is here. The Excel worksheet, it brings it out where you can still work as if you are using Microsoft Excel to work. So in other words, you can inculcate Excel worksheet into your Microsoft Word. All right. Well, I think that's for under table. Now, quickly before I close for now, I have another one, picture. Let's look at picture. You can insert picture. Okay, I think maybe we should pause for now. Now, this is where I'm going to pause for now. If you like the video, just like, subscribe, and share. In our next video, we are going to continue with where we've stopped in this very video. Thank you very much for watching, and I expect to hear from you in the next video. Thank you very much.